Vladimir Putin is a man wrapped in mystery, power, and untold riches. While the world knows him as Russia's longtime president, behind the curtain lies a lifestyle so luxurious, so guarded, it rivals that of kings and emperors. This isn't just a tale of politics. This is the story of how one man rose from the shadows of the Soviet Union to become one of the richest and most powerful figures on the planet. His wealth isn't just measured in billions, it's wrapped in gold-plated palaces, private jets, custom-made yachts, and underground luxury bunkers that stretch beyond imagination. Officially, he earns a modest presidential salary, but unofficially, his lifestyle hints at a hidden empire worth hundreds of billions. This is not just a life of power. This is the trillionaire life of Vladimir Putin, a journey into a world where luxury meets secrecy and where one man commands both fear and fortune. Early life. Born in Leningrad, now known as St. Petersburg, in 1952, Vladimir Putin's early years were far from glamorous. He was raised in a small communal apartment, sharing one kitchen and one bathroom with multiple families. The streets were tough, and young Putin learned quickly how to survive in a post-war Soviet environment. His father had served in the Navy, while his mother worked in a factory, a working-class family with modest means. Putin's childhood was shaped by hardship, resilience, and discipline. As a teenager, Putin was drawn to the mysterious world of espionage. He studied judo, mastered German, and set his sights on joining the KGB, the Soviet Union's secret intelligence agency. After graduating from Leningrad State University with a law degree, Putin was recruited by the KGB and spent years operating in East Germany during the Cold War. What set Putin apart was his silent determination. He wasn't flamboyant or loud, but incredibly strategic. After the fall of the Soviet Union in the early 90s, Putin returned to a collapsing Russia just as a new era of opportunity and chaos began. He entered politics, climbing the ranks swiftly, always one step ahead of his rivals. His early life didn't just shape his personality, it laid the foundation for his iron grip on power and his obsession with control. From those gray Soviet buildings to the throne of Russia, Putin's rise would soon turn into a legend and a warning. Network and hidden wealth. Officially, Vladimir Putin's annual salary hovers around $140,000, hardly enough to explain his lavish lifestyle. But unofficially, experts believe Putin controls a hidden network of wealth that could be worth over $200 billion. Unlike traditional billionaires with bank accounts and stock portfolios, Putin's riches are cloaked behind layers of secrecy, trusted allies, and offshore companies. His wealth is believed to be spread across an intricate web of shell corporations and proxies, close friends and loyal businessmen who act as fronts for vast amounts of money. One of the most cited figures is Sergei Roldugin, a cellist and longtime friend of Putin, whose name appeared in the Panama Papers connected to companies worth hundreds of millions. Then there's the infamous Ozero Dacha Cooperative, a group of elite Putin allies who allegedly control massive real estate and energy assets together. Oil, gas, mining, banks. Putin's reach extends into nearly every major Russian industry. Though nothing is directly under his name, the assets are accessible to him anytime. From super luxury properties in Europe to yachts sailing international waters, his fortune is as fluid as it is hidden. Western sanctions have tried to target this network, but it remains incredibly difficult to pin down. Every piece is protected by legal smoke screens, loyal operatives, and the state machinery itself. Putin doesn't flaunt his wealth publicly, but every now and then, through leaked photos or investigative reports, the veil lifts, giving us a glimpse of a fortune that dwarfs even the richest tech billionaires. It's not just wealth, it's control, and it's global. Income sources. So where exactly does Putin's money come from? While there's no official declaration, insiders suggest multiple discrete income streams. First and foremost, control over Russia's natural resources. As the de facto overseer of the country's oil and gas empires, including giants like Gazprom and Rosneft, Putin is believed to receive massive kickbacks from state contracts and privatized deals. Then there's the real estate game. Through intermediaries, luxury properties are bought and sold globally, especially in London, the French Riviera, and Switzerland, all part of what experts call Putin's invisible empire. Add to that stakes in construction firms, telecom companies, and banks operating under loyalist names, and the flow of wealth becomes almost endless. Some also speculate that secret gold reserves and offshore investments in cryptocurrency are part of his growing portfolio. Unlike traditional billionaires, Putin doesn't need legal ownership. He rules over a loyal system that ensures he gets everything, without his name ever appearing on the paperwork. Family and inner circle. Despite his public image as a stoic and solitary leader, Putin maintains a tightly guarded personal life. He was married to Lyudmila Shkrebneva for nearly 30 years before quietly divorcing in 2013. Together, they have 2 daughters, Maria and Katerina, both of whom live incredibly private, sheltered lives under false identities. It's rumored that one of them is a top medical researcher, while the other is involved in high-level business ventures, possibly linked to state projects. Then there's the alleged long-term relationship with former gymnast Alina Kabeva, with whom Putin is rumored to have children, though the Kremlin has never confirmed it. Putin's circle is small, fiercely loyal, and shrouded in mystery. His closest allies include former KGB colleagues, oligarchs who owe him everything, and powerful figures in the military and intelligence agencies. Everyone in this circle benefits from his rule: private contracts, business monopolies, immunity. But their loyalty comes at a price: silence, obedience, and total devotion. In return, they enjoy access to unimaginable luxury. In this world, family isn't just blood, it's trust, and that trust is paid for in gold. Private cars collection. Vladimir Putin's taste in automobiles is as extravagant as it is symbolic. While he's often seen riding in official government vehicles, behind closed doors his private collection is a car enthusiast's dream. At the center is the Russian-made Urus Senat, a custom-built luxury limousine designed exclusively for Putin, armored like a tank but styled like a Rolls-Royce. It reportedly cost millions to develop and offers complete bulletproof protection, even against chemical attacks. Beyond this, Putin is believed to own a fleet of classic Soviet cars, showcasing his national pride, including vintage ZIL limousines, Volgas, and a rare Chaika. But his collection doesn't stop at local vehicles. Insiders claim he has access to high-end Western cars as well, including Mercedes Maybachs, Bentleys, and even a rumored Bugatti stashed away from public view. These cars aren't just transportation, they're a statement of heritage, of status, and of absolute untouchability. Palatial homes. If walls could talk, Vladimir Putin's homes would whisper secrets of unimaginable wealth. The most infamous of them all is the so-called Putin's Palace, a $1.3 billion clifftop mansion located on the Black Sea. Leaked videos and drone footage have revealed its opulence: Italian marble floors, gold-plated interiors, a private theater, underground ice hockey rink, and even a secret tunnel leading directly to the beach. The estate is larger than Buckingham Palace, and that's just one property. He's also rumored to own luxurious residences across Russia, from a sprawling mountain lodge in Sochi to a forested retreat near Lake Valdai, each guarded with military-level security. These homes are rarely seen by outsiders, and ownership is often hidden under layers of shell companies. But wherever he stays, Putin doesn't just live, he reigns. These aren't houses, they're private kingdoms disguised as homes. Private jets. When it comes to flying, Putin doesn't settle for first class, he flies in a floating palace. His personal aircraft fleet is estimated to include 43 planes, with the crown jewel being the Ilyushin Il-96-300 PU. This aircraft isn't just a jet, it's a flying command center, complete with a gold-trimmed interior, an onboard conference room, and encrypted communication systems. One of the jets, dubbed the Flying Kremlin, reportedly cost nearly $500 million to customize. Its interior features rare wood, gold-plated seatbelts, a king-sized bed, and even an onboard gym. While the Kremlin claims these jets are for official use only, flight tracking data shows frequent visits to his private properties and luxury destinations. Security is tight. Decoy jets are sometimes flown alongside the real one to throw off any threats. But one thing is clear: in the air, Putin travels like a skybound emperor. Luxury yachts. Few symbols of power speak louder than a super yacht, and Putin is said to have several. The most talked about is the Graceful, a $100 million floating palace featuring a helipad, indoor pool, dance floor, and a marble-laden spa area. It's been spotted in harbors around Europe, always under tight surveillance, always surrounded by mystery. Another vessel, possibly tied to him through proxies, is the Scheherazade, a $700 million yacht longer than a football field. With 6 decks, a full-size swimming pool, and even missile defense technology, this yacht is more fortress than pleasure boat. Though officially owned by offshore entities, many insiders believe it was built specifically for Putin's tastes. These aren't just weekend toys. They're mobile strongholds, symbols of status, secrecy, and command over the seas. For someone who built his empire on discretion, these yachts offer luxury cloaked in silence. Conclusion: the life of Vladimir Putin is a paradox, a man who projects modesty on paper yet lives with the grandeur of ancient emperors. From humble Soviet roots to commanding a trillion-dollar shadow empire, Putin's journey is unlike any other. His power doesn't just come from politics, it comes from control, fear, and a network so vast that it's nearly impossible to trace. Every car, home, jet, and yacht is a piece of a hidden puzzle, a puzzle that forms the life of the most powerful and possibly the richest man alive. This is not just wealth, this is the trillionaire life of Vladimir Putin.